MILC Metaverse is a metaverse platform for the media industry that will bridge the gap between the content producers and the audience. Mediaverse from MILC Platform will be a combination of virtual reality, blockchain technology, and artificial intelligence. Visit the website metaverse.milk.global.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Adrian Zdunchuk, CryptoBurp speaking to you. Welcome to the Day 5, to the opening show of Day 5 for Free Trading Congress. This has been an amazing experience so far for so many traders to join and participate throughout all of those streams and live streams, to join and learn on how to become proficient traders, eventually, especially if they're losing most of the time this year for Terra, for Luna, for all those projects that were coming all along the way. That so many cryptocurrencies actually just got washed out. But my today's guest is going to prove that not all of those valuable projects are still here with us. But before we go and discuss with my today's guest, Hendrik Hey, the CEO for MILC Platform, I'll definitely tease you in a little bit with playing a little bit of an intro. Welcome, everybody. Again, Adrian Zdunchuk, CryptoBurp, Day 5 of our Free Trading Congress. Today, I'm joined by great one and only Hendrik Hey, who is actually founder and CEO and our close neighbor, as it happens, for the location, for the MILC Platform. And I'm super excited to talk to Hendrik today for everybody's notice about Metaverse, bear market, and 3 ultimate reasons for why we should look definitely in the direction of MILC. How are you doing, Hendrik, today?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me and looking forward for an interesting discussion.
All right, perfect. I have so many points, of course, too, because the Metaverse, this entire combination of cryptocurrencies, gaming, this gamification of the industry. This is something that's been going on for the, past months, past years as well, definitely developing more and more. This is such an emerging market overall, great combination. Coming from clashing, 2 huge markets, right? Cryptocurrencies and gaming, and what comes out of that overall, this metaverse substance, if you will, this product. So, how has been MILC basically going for all of those storms this year? And congratulations for still being here with us.
Thank you. No, we're doing really well. It's not our first crypto winter, or it's not our first bear market. So actually, the first one we experienced was the one in 2018. That was a real bear market. Right now, out of our perspective, it's more a teddy bear market. So we are not really influenced by that because we made, I guess, the right decision to really concentrate on our project. Yes, we have a successful token, and we're really happy that a lot of people are trading with the token and hopefully make some money with that. But this is not something we are interacting with directly. We are in the background working on a project from which we believe that it could have a value for the real world industry. And that's a little bit my background. I'm a real life entrepreneur. I'm a TV producer since all of my life. I founded a couple of TV stations. So I'm pretty much familiar with all those ups and downs, what the economy once in a while is providing us with. Yeah. But now we're talking about a completely new industry. And we went very early, out of my perspective, as a media company into the crypto space, into the blockchain space. It started in 2017 with the idea of generating kind of a Netflix for professional platform, a content trading platform for us professionals. Then we said, well, if you're doing that, then we can actually integrate the audience as well, because we as professionals don't have direct content to our audience. So we invented a social community platform, a little bit the best of Facebook, Netflix, and then Instagram, Twitch, and all that stuff, in order to have a better way of communicating with our audience. And then the last part was actually a little bit like, okay, how can we look like? How is our website looking? And then I got in contact with that open WebGL developments coming from IBM, all that fancy stuff. And we were a little bit like, oh my God, something is going on. The internet becomes 3-dimensional. That's really interesting. Let's try that. So we tried to develop something, and we actually set our first Mediaverse live already in November last year. And a month earlier or 2 months earlier, Mark Zuckerberg was so nice to give the whole thing a name. He called it Mediaverse, and we're like, yeah, now it has a name, but that was ours. We realized that we did our development completely wrong, so we had to throw it away. But that's the way it goes if you're developing something. And we'd start with the next development based on Unreal Engine 5. Everybody knows that very powerful 3D engine. And that went live in May last year. And that was actually the start where we said, okay, we have one feed in the crypto world. And we desperately need a token for whatever we want to achieve. But we're entering that interesting movement. As I said, suddenly the whole internet could become three-dimensional and provides users with a completely different experiences. And this is where we are right now. And it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And yeah. I mean, I can tell by the enthusiasm. And I'm going to tell you, everybody, like who's watching and listening, like if you look at this gentleman, if you look at Hendrik, this is not how a person without experience looks like. This is actually the very opposite. We are talking about huge proficiency in this space here, ladies and gentlemen. Hendrik is here, like he said, he's been here for many years. This is not the first, up and down that he's actually along with entire MILC platform going through. So this speaks a lot, right? Definitely actions speak louder than words. So the entire fact that MILC is here and it's actually building on Unreal Engine, this is, in my opinion, something not only respectable, something of huge pride to be happy about it. This is amazing. Talk to me, Hendrik, about Unreal Engine. Like, how did it all happen for you to get in there?
Yeah, actually, I have a very long visual effects background as well. I was actually one of the very early producers using 3D animation in documentaries. Nobody did that before. So I had a huge visual effect department at a certain point in my life. 80 people from all over the world. We did so much fancy stuff. So I really know what 3D is when it comes to high end. Now we're talking about an interpretation of 3D, because what we have to do is we have to pump those mass data through your browser. Otherwise, you can't use it. And the idea of a Mediaverse is not that it sits on an Xbox or on a PlayStation or on a game engine. The idea is that it comes through your browser wherever you are. So you have to compress data a lot. Yeah, right now, if you see the environment we have as a three-dimensional live city, MILC.global, the amount of data is something like 280 megabit. Yeah, that's really nothing. That's actually the beauty of developments, that we are working on compressing data, a little bit like video compression. Yeah, the same idea. Over the time, we think that the visual quality of Mediaverse will getting better and better. At a certain point, they will become photorealistic. But that's what we have is, out of our perspective, the maximum we can achieve for now. Way better than Meta with their legless avatars and that kind of stuff. So that's just pretty good. But this is not the most important point. The most important point is, what does the user has from that? Yeah. And so we said from the beginning on, you need to have a clear storyline of what the meaning of everything is. So we decided to generate a media and entertainment platform, because this is our background, and media entertainment is the largest industry globally, and every one of us is using media all the day, many hours. And so we said, why shouldn't we generate a three-dimensional place where all media representatives can gather together? Not only we, it's an open infrastructure for everyone. The BBC could be there, Discovery could be there, Disney could be there, everyone. Because we said, if you are as a user, try to enter that world, it really makes sense if you go to CBS on that corner and you cross the street and enter, as I said, the BBC building or whatever. So if you see the infrastructure, you see some buildings and you see some billboards, and you can imagine, if you have some fantasy, that this is the beginning of a three-dimensional streaming platform. Yeah, three-dimensional Netflix combining content distribution with interaction. Yeah.
Mm.
Then we said it's not only for film and TV. We are reflecting the four important media columns, which is music, of course, game, of course, and art. Those are the four important columns we want to integrate. And in between, a lot of services happening, like lifestyle stuff, e-commerce, and all those kind of things. That's basically the idea. We are not there, because it's live. So we're operating open heart surgery every day.
Mm.
But we're implementing more services, more services, more services. And the idea is to make you as a user willing to spend more and more time over there. But that can only work if I promote to you things that you really would love to use or think you like. You know?
Yeah,
So
it does
that's
make sense. It does make sense when you think about it, Hendrik. Now, but talk to me for a moment, because again, I know that the bear market, has been definitely crushing a lot of portfolios, a lot of wallets, and those who are actually here are probably, as I refer to it often, the winners for the next bull run, right? So congratulations to everybody who's still hanging up here. This is pretty amazing. So but those who are not so much familiarized with this entire spectrum, of what MILC Platform actually gives, right? Because we're talking about, like, again, the video content, we're talking about music, we're talking about this entire, tokenomics behind it. Like, if you were to explain to those completely new people who just came to the space, what is the whole spectrum, the full package for what MILC Platform actually stands?
Okay. So basically, we're combining two interesting technologies. The blockchain industry was there first, and suddenly the Mediaverse came along, and they are reflecting actually two slightly different markets. Yeah. The blockchain industry, unfortunately, is for many, many people still quite complicated. It's really hard to understand how cryptocurrency work and blockchain protocols work, but it's a future technology. Yeah. So we're talking about a very professional market. The Metaverse market, or the Metaverse movement, is very easy to understand for any user. So it's reflecting the mass market. Yeah. In the future, massive amount of users will use gaming platforms, whatever platforms like ours and others. Yeah. But the cool thing is that both technology really, really fit well together. Yeah. And one very important aspect that combines those two technology is the tokenization process. Yeah. And here's one example how we work, yeah, which is actually our Web3 philosophy. We have a social community platform. So, like there's a theme park called Mediaverse. Yeah. What is the main income source? It's, of course, advertising. Yeah. Advertising money is like oxygen. As long as economy exists, that money exists, but it's real world money. It's not speculative. Bitcoin is up, Bitcoin is down money. It's real world money. So now you are a user of our platform. And the main difference is that we don't treat you as a product anymore. Right now, you're a digital product. Whatever platform you use, somebody's making money exactly on you, but they don't share. Yeah. But you are the raw material. Yeah. I have to, if I want to manufacture gold, I have to buy gold. The user is like gold. Yeah. So we decided as a compliance law that we're going to share all of our revenues, at least minimum 50% with the user. Yeah. So because it's fair. Yeah. So how can I do that? Yeah, I cannot distribute €1.80 to you or $1.40 to someone else. Yeah, I only can do that with a token. Yeah, that's the beauty of a token. It's a fast instrument, and it's like a value. Yeah, that's why we invented our token a long time ago. Yeah, in order to give that token that utility. So basically, what happens? We're earning money. We go to the secondary market. We buy our own token in order to distribute it to you. Yeah. So then it appears on your account whether you want or not. You can't do anything against that. Yeah. It's a share. Yeah. We expect that not everyone is going to sell it right away. Yeah. Few might be smart, saying, "Oh, maybe I should hold him for a while." Yeah. So what it means, there's always an impact from the platform. Only one direction, never a speculative direction. Only one direction, and a much slower impact on the market coming from the user side, and that has an impact on the token price, of course. Yeah. I always keep on saying, like, if a company like Meta with a 90 billion revenues would share 45 billion with their users through a token, everybody can imagine what the token would be. So it's a kind of a traditional money circulating system. Yeah. And only if the token goes out, if somebody wants to have it, he needs a wallet. Yeah. So that's basically our system. The good thing is, as our clients are advertisers, big brands, companies, and so on, and some media agencies, they feel really comfortable because they know 50% of their media budget goes directly into the pocket of the consumers. And this is where the money should be. Yeah, if I want to sell you some sneakers, I should get you in the position to buy some sneakers. Right now, the money gets out of the system because Facebook and others, they are sitting on their money like dragons. Yeah. And they don't give it back into the circulation. That's not productive. Yeah. So now the advertiser is happy because he know those guys are not taking everything for themselves. Yeah, they're sharing. Yeah. The user is happy because, okay, I get something for free. I don't have to invest. I don't have to do anything. It's just there. Yeah. And maybe I can support the platform by being on the platform and maybe holding it for a while and generate together with the platform more value for each of us. So that's kind of interesting. And we call it, actually, our philosophy, we call it a redistribution of wealth. Yeah. And that has a very, very important global economy strategy, because right now in the Web 2, the opposite is happening. Yeah. It is distributing wealth into only the direction of 5 internet owners. Yeah. We all
Only
know,
the richest.
yeah, right. And that is not possible. And the good thing is as well, doesn't matter whether you're a farmer in Tanzania or a yuppie guy in New York. Yeah. For the yuppie guy in New York, maybe $100 is not that much. Yeah. It lasts for 3 drinks. Yeah. But for a farmer in Tanzania, it could mean education for his daughter for 1 year. Yeah. And this is what Web3 can do, thanks to blockchain and tokenization. Without that, it wouldn't be possible. That's why I'm such a big fan of tokenization. I've almost completely transformed my company in a tokenized infrastructure because it's so important. And if you have the idea of working together with users more in a partnership and let everyone benefit from everything, then you could really, really do something very, very good to the global economy. Yeah. And just imagine, yeah, Facebook or Meta is more than capable to develop 3 African countries, yeah, per year. Yeah, with the money they keep having on account. Apple could do that. Yeah. Amazon could do that, but they don't. Yeah, because that's kind of old economy thinking. Yeah.
What I'm thinking, Henrik, real quick, is that this is a huge opportunity. Now, again, that's you're speaking from the perspective of years experience in this industry. This is something that I think nobody can ever take away from you. And what I think that you're part of, again, this visionary approach to what MILC actually can do. Is I think that it can give chance, just like you're saying, where the chance has not been given before, right? So again, it's redistributing the wealth is one thing, but it's also redistributing the chance outside of the wealth itself, right? So it's giving the chance also for those, again, if you will, even the poorer countries, right, to go and catch up, to actually get access to something they otherwise would have never got access to it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not only the wealth side that I can see speaks actually to the value of the users, but it's also this actual ownership experience that can get you so much education, that can get you participation, that can get you so much value outside of the money itself. Money is just this perk that per what it seems.
Yeah.
And like, talk to me for a little bit, and to the viewers, about the development in the metaverse, right? Because we know that, again, this is something great that we as the Burbness did manage to greatly get the sponsors in you for our free trading congress. This is for everybody's notice. Again, MILC Platform is our great sponsor, so congratulations on that. This is an amazing mission and an amazing message sent out to everybody. This is great care being there. And also, again, actions speak more and louder than words. So if you were to show and then tell to everybody who's watching and viewing about the development in the area of metaverse, like how difficult it is, what challenges you face, and what an actual goal is right now for you, let's say for 2023.
So, as I said, the development is more sophisticated than we thought. We have a great young development team, but at a certain point, I decided to get one of those old experienced guys in who were there when everything started, because it all comes back to experiences that we long time haven't seen no more. Yeah, it's almost forgotten. You need those pioneers back. So we have in our background PhDs, professors. We're cooperating with universities. They are software architectures handling companies with 10,000 employees, working on those very, very sophisticated infrastructures. And they all love to work for that new kind of thing because they feel refreshed, like if they have just started with everything, but they feel reminded on everything that happened in Web 1. Yeah. And I'm a little older as well. I was there. I was the kid when the first modem via a cassette recorder and that old phone thing made it happen to see some codes on a monochrome TV set. Yeah. And we're all like, oh my God, maybe we are at CIA or I don't know. Yeah. We've been there. Yeah. We saw the World Wide Web, what it meant. We saw the e-commerce, the .com movement. We saw everything. Now it comes back to a new paradigm change. And the new paradigm change means whoever is working on the metaverse has a reference. Yeah, I don't want to really blame Facebook for not getting that successful. They have the same problem that we have. Nobody has done it before. Yeah, so you need to invent everything new, but there is some experiences, some things you can build on. Yeah, so that's why whoever comes up with the idea, I'm going to make a metaverse. It's fairly easy to come up with a PowerPoint presentation and some nice graphic and so on and so on. We all know it's not achievable, but anyway, as soon as it comes to coding, you will have endless sleepless nights and you will receive a lot of gray hairs. Yeah. So what we said after being in that development for almost 2 years now, we said what we have to do is we should provide other projects with software as a service. Actually, we have to give away our developments in order to support the industry, because the industry is not there if we don't have 10,000s of metaverses. Yeah, even if they're competing, then we can call it market. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything if we have one metaverse and Meta has another one and Decentraland has one. It's nothing. So that's the decision we made. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up APIs in certain things that cuts your development time for at least 1 year, at least. Yeah. So, and then you can concentrate on your theme park. How does it look like? What is the front end? What is the experience for the user? This is where you have to spend your thoughts on. You don't have to spend that much time on the overall development. But the cool thing is, if we can agree on those standards, we could formulate kind of, we call it the syndication. Yeah, a metaverse syndication, where all metaverse owners are owners of their own thing, but they share technology-wise some standards that fits for everyone.
Is this possible? Is this possible, you think?
Yeah, I'm going to spoil something that we're going to do. It's going to be
Please
released
do.
by the beginning of the year, because just what's happening, we know actually about almost any metaverse project which is in development, because they're all coming to us and asking for partnerships, and I'm always interested in their business model. Yeah, said, okay, looks great, what's your business model? And there's always, yeah, we're going to sell some land, like Decentraland. Yeah, but as we all know, this is really not a business model, because in an endless space, yeah, selling land is really stupid. Yeah. So, and as we all know, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah. What is the income source? One very, very important income source is advertising. Yeah, brands that want to interact with your community that you have gathered together in order to sell them something. Yeah. So so what we do is we are formulating just now, right now, as we're sitting here together with very strong partners, a marketing agency. Yeah, what the agency does is come to that agency, we list you, and we give you the guarantee that as soon as your project is ready, you will have access to the money stream coming out of advertising, because they need space. Yeah, the more space they get, the higher the budgets will be. Yeah, if you now a new project and you're talking to investors, at least you can tell them, I'm connected to a guaranteed revenue stream. It always depending on how much traffic I do provide. If I have only 5 users, you won't get that much. But if you have 50 million users, you won't get a lot of the overall budget. Yeah. All you have to do is connect to several APIs. Yeah. And suddenly we can talk about a kind of a central advertising distributing agency, yeah, where everyone can apply, and that's already a syndicate. Yeah, the US market, the syndication system in the US market, the TV market, is exactly that. Yeah, it's a bunch of local networks that are sharing their space for advertising, and they are actually producing together. They're buying together, so they're formulating a very, very powerful group, more powerful than a national network, but they're all independent. Yeah.
I never looked at it this way. I never looked at it this way, to be honest. I didn't know there was so much interconnections and kind of like internal relationships between those, while still reserving so much of this, ownership and so much of this, independence, as you mentioned. This
The
is
market
pretty cool.
always remains in mind. It's very important. Yeah. So the MILC platform, the way it is, that's our theme park. Yeah. And we do whatever you can and make it more attractive. Your metaverse is yours. Yeah. But yeah, if it comes to getting onto the money market, the advertising market, we are stronger if we share our communities. Yeah. Because the advertising market only thinks in how many people do you have. Doesn't matter whether it comes from 10, 20, 1,000 metaverses or from one. Yeah. You're getting stronger. Yeah. And that is how we interpret decentralization. I don't believe in a completely decentralized metaverse infrastructure, because somebody has to be the master of ceremony. You have to promote your theme park somehow. Yeah, there's a dramaturgy in that. But you can decentralize completely access to value. Yeah, and it's completely automated. And that can be done. And this is what we're going to do together with some media agencies. So they're reflecting lots of clients, yeah, that are completely interested in getting in contact with those new fancy technologies, but they don't have access. Yeah, actually, there's a long waiting list. Yeah, there's way more money that wants to be placed in metaverses than projects can consume and are there. Yeah, so that's why the market is so big and so interesting. Yeah, so that's one thing. If you have organized that, then you can think about a shared development infrastructure. Yeah, for example, we're using Unreal 5. Another one is using Unity. We are all dealing with 3D objects. Yeah, 3D objects have to be pumped through the browser, HTML. Yeah, so it gives us a limited quality. Yeah, but the more we can develop, the better the quality will get. So if we have a shared development infrastructure, we can say at one day, okay, download the next stage of development on GitHub. Yeah. Tell your 3D designers you can have more reflections, you can have more photorealism, you can have more clouds, whatever. Yeah. Surface will get us. So not only one metaverse is getting better, all of them at the same time. Yeah. It's really interesting. And if you think about, okay, what is the way to have access to billions of users is server capacity, data centers. Yeah. If you want to invest into one data center, you can ask for 150, $200 million, but you need 20 of them. Yeah. Wouldn't be great if you have, let's say, 1,000 metaverses in a syndication that we can all invest in those infrastructure to becoming independent from AWS or from other things.
That'd be
And
pretty cool.
yeah, and those are the visions we have. So beside the fact what we're doing in the front end, we are always back end guys. We are always thinking about, okay, how could the industry look like? How could we really transform the whole industry or industries into that new world? What does it mean? Yeah, but coming from the content side as well, if it doesn't has a meaning, an advantage for the user, it's useless. Then it's only a piece
True.
of technology. Yeah. And
True.
that
True.
leads to the other thing. What is the perspective of the users? And I was so amazed. I'm dealing with audience all of my life. Ratings is my oil. Yeah. I produce something, I receive the ratings, I know I'm good, I'm bad. Yeah. So we all have kind of a feeling how audience works. Yeah. For the first time in my life, I see more demands of using the metaverse than projects are on the market. The people want to do sport, they want to do business, they want to do this, they want to learn, they want to do all those kind of things. We as infrastructure providers can provide them with that. The market is way stronger than the technology is. Most of the time it's the other way around. Yeah, there's a new piece of technology and it takes a long time till everybody adapts. This time it's completely the opposite. So my motivation to any developer or whatever, go into that industry. The market is there and it's big enough. Yeah, one thing. The other thing is interaction. Yeah, that kind of completely new experience of interacting with each other. You do not know who your neighbor on Facebook is or on Twitter. Yeah, you're spending actually a fairly lonesome life. Yeah, as long as you're not able to build up such a great community like you do. Yeah, you're
Oh,
completely alone.
likewise.
But in the future, you're not alone anymore. Yeah, you're entering a metaverse, and actually, you can go to someone and say, "Hey, yeah, hello, how are you?" Yeah, that's more real life experience. It's very interesting, very powerful. Yeah, and this is what the people see and what they're wishing, what they want to see. So we have to work on that. And of course, what we do have to do as well is how can a metaverse reflect your everyday life things? Yeah, if you want to have a job, is there a virtual job agency, a three-dimensional one? If you want to share a movie with someone else, is there a place I can go? Is there a place I can communicate? So all the interaction ideas that have to come from us developers as well, content developers and producers, yeah, in order to keep it attractive. So basically, in a few years, you're going to have a huge and strong syndicated masterverse, not a metaverse, a masterverse infrastructure where you can slip from A to B. Yeah, easy. My avatar that works here works over there as well. Yeah, and every metaverse is a gate to another one, so you can spend endless time if you want. Yeah, and then if VR becomes more popular, then it's going to be crazy.
What a nice vision. What
Yeah,
a nice vision, Hendrik. What a nice vision this is. You made me, dream a little bit into the future. This is pretty spectacular, right? I mean, like I said, there are so much value, so much benefits, so many benefits that the regular people can never get, right?
yeah.
So,
That's the reason why we say, okay, I know that as well. There was that hyping, metaverse hyping, driven by money. JP Morgan paid 10 million.
mm,
Sotheby's paid 5 million. Everybody paid millions to someone. And they were like, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. After the hype comes the bashing. Yeah, Facebook is not doing well. They spend too much money. Blah 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 blah. Yeah,
Mhm.
but what we shouldn't forget is that's only the start. It's unstoppable. I know some developments of Meta, what they have in their in the laboratories. It's amazing. It's not achievable right now, but soon or later. Yeah. So just believe they will come up with something fantastic. Yeah. But we as well. Yeah. It's a new starting line. It doesn't mean anything if you have a couple of billions or not. Yeah. Because you cannot make the Formula One car faster by throwing a billion into it. Yeah. You need to have a machine. Yeah. And the machine is going to be engineered by 3 people, not by 5,000. Yeah. So that's a cool thing as well for young entrepreneurs. Don't be afraid of Apple, Facebook, Amazon, whoever they are. Yeah. They're not in a better position. It's all about smartness, intelligence, getting access to the users, coming up with a cool idea. Yeah. And you can try or really rely, which is the beauty on the cryptocurrency industry. There are a lot of developers that are really willing to assist you, to help you. Yeah. That's the beauty of the crypto space and the blockchain space. Yeah. Whenever I need a developer, I just write something on Telegram. 5 minutes later, I have 10 of those. Yeah.
Mm.
And you don't have that in the corporate world. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Apple is supporting Facebook. Yeah. They let them do
Mm.
this stuff alone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Crazy kind of like a way to look at it, but a good way to look at it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is what we all as creators, as you know, by the creators, I mean people in this space, right? Everybody has their own stake, everybody has their own role to play, and then everybody has, well, sort of an equal chance to an extent, right? Of course, like I said, you know, there are some countries that are like you know, more poorly developed, or those who are, you know, more privileged, if you will,
Mhm.
at times. However, everybody is given this chance, this opportunity, and to start off, regardless of where they are from, regardless of what they did, you know, what they had done before. Everybody has the chance to actually, and again, commit to it. And well, this is what I think, you know, the milk platform overall, you know, has been, you know, very welcoming to everybody, in my opinion, the way I see it. And for everybody who's watching that, and be it on YouTube, on our Twitters, wherever you're watching that, make sure you actually hit the like and share this video with your friends, because Milk Platform is definitely one of the
I will.
projects to look at. But we also kind of like know about the time constraints on your side, Hendrik. We know that you are an amazing speaker already. The audience appreciates it. Sounds of good comments. Some questions also start popping in. I would also have those frameworks again to try to let the minds of the viewers get wrapped. So we have three ultimate reasons to look at milk. And if we are getting closer again to explaining that, what would be the three ultimate reasons to look at milk so that the new viewers, new users can adapt?
Yeah. So one reason I said it's the company that is behind the project is in that space for a very long time. Yeah. So you don't have any non-professional, professional content producers, professional IT guys. Yeah. They're dealing with the industry since forever. Yeah. I think that's very important. Yeah. When we started the project, we always thought long term. Yeah. We're not able to concentrate on what's happening from a Wednesday to Thursday. Yeah. Which is in the crypto space very important once in a while, as we have seen. Yeah. Things can change a lot in a day. Yeah. So we're not depending on that, we can just do what we said all the time, and we keep on communicating that since the very first day. I was always telling everyone the success of what we are, whether it's speculative on a token, can only be a result of the success of the company itself. Yeah, that's the only direction. Yeah. So if you think that your token is your business model, you don't have a project. Yeah. And then you're relying on those speculative things. Yeah? And I personally think that our community, which is a very, very loyal one, and they've been with us all the time, we are very communicative. Everybody knows our Telegram channel knows that I'm talking a lot. Yeah. And we are always answering any questions, and that gives us some loyalty, and that gives us some resistance compared to the market, what's happening now. Yeah, because they all know we are in the project because we don't believe that they do something next week, but we strongly believe that they're doing it in a fairly reasonable amount of time. Yeah. So that's 2023 almost. Yeah. So as we're starting getting revenues in. So I think it's the kind of Web3 fairness, yeah, that we said, okay, it's not going to be only the company's success, it's going to be our shared success. Yeah, that's actually a new approach. It's a new business approach. I call it altruistic capitalism or capitalism 0.3. I don't know. Yeah, bring in more fairness in what everybody wants to become rich, but not by getting someone else poor. Yeah, that's a good reason. And of course, you need to know, and they know, who are along with us know that exactly. We are very, very good storm riders. Yeah, I love that. We all love that. Give us a crisis, and we appreciate that because this is where our skills play out. It's completely boring for us to do some sunshine cruising. Yeah, sitting on a bull market in the sunshine of a value token. It's so boring. Yeah, if a storm is really, really howling, then we can sail the ship, and this is what gives the whole project stability. Yeah, it doesn't mean that we can sink. That's always the risk. Yeah, but at least we try to give our community the feeling you are passengers. Yeah, and yeah, don't mind the waves. Yeah, we're used. Yeah.
I guess one of the main takeaways, everybody, is that you always want to have Hendrik on your boat when you're going sailing right into the storm, right? This is what I think Hendrik appreciates as well, because in all honesty, this has been well, such an interesting discussion to till now and for the next couple of minutes before we wrap. But what I think, again, that the main message for all the viewers and listeners who are watching that is not only that it's worth keeping your eyes at MILC, for the MILC platform, for what they do about the metaverse, for what they do about, again, the video content, for what the music licenses and all the story and all the licensing actually comes all about. This has been an exceptional stream of words, of wisdom, of huge experience speaking from the side of Hendrik. This is definitely much appreciated by myself and by the community, Hendrik. So congratulations already on that. And for everybody's, again, who's just joined, we are talking to MILC about the 3 ultimate reasons to look at them and how they're actually building and planning their development within the bear market, because the fact that they are still here with us, they are still talking, and you can tell that as enthusiastic as for the leader Hendrik is, there are not so many enthusiastic people basically anymore in this bear market. Most of the people got flushed out.
Yeah, but here's another advice. Yeah, as an entrepreneur. Yeah, as an entrepreneur, you're like a squirrel. Yeah, you work in summer. Yeah, because the winter is about to come for sure. Or you're like a farmer. He's working in summer as well. Yeah, and the financial market is completely different. If there is a summer, they're all celebrating an endless summer. It will never stop. It's like as if there's no tomorrow. And suddenly the winter comes and they think, oh, the winter is going to be forever. Yeah. We as entrepreneurs, we don't care. Yeah, it's up and down and up and down. Yeah, maybe a bear market slows you down. Yeah. You cannot be that fast, and yeah, you have to consolidate a little bit. Yeah. Maybe at a certain point you have to pause for a while. Yeah. And just wait. Yeah. But we know that the summer is about to come. We know it. Yeah. And we know that after the summer, the next winter is about to come. And we're going to have the same discussion maybe in 2 years when the next winter is there. Yeah. In between, there were 2 good years. Yeah. And this is how we think. As soon as we entering the summer, yeah, we start to consolidate. Yeah. You right away take, okay, let's look on everything. Is that lean? Do we just losing money by being not having enough attention on those processes? And the thing is, talking about the MILC platform right now, we are already like 50, 60 people globally Yeah, but I know that we are going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds over the next year, obviously, because we are now in discussion with our clients. Yeah, those are big brands, and they want to book the metaverse. So I need platform managers, I need distribution team, key accounts, all those kind of things, and you can't do it automatically. That has to be done with people. You don't want to run into the Twitter danger, like having
True.
thousands of people doing nothing. Yeah. You need to really, really have a look on, as is every person which is part of the group, is he really exactly where he needs to be? Yeah. I really like Google a lot. They're doing that very perfectly. I know a couple of guys from Google, from the management, and I have always the feeling that they have so many employees, they're really good in making sure that most of the more than 90% is there because they're needed. Yeah. So
Mm.
this is what you do when things are doing well. Then you step back, you consolidate, you just see if everything in order. If the next winter come, you just see, okay, I'm fine. I have enough in my, yeah, in my squirrel hole. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah.
Now. Let's wait.
Oh, what a way to look at it, everybody. This is years and years of experience speaking straight on the other side of the screen. This is well appreciated. And Hendrik, this is a kind of reminder for everybody who's watching, so that well, actually, not only it's worth to look at MILC platform, but it's also even better choice to go and follow them on Twitter. So make sure you go and hit them and follow button definitely at MILC MILC platform MILC platform. This is their Twitter handle. Make sure you go and follow them, because this is definitely more than well deserved. And also feel free to follow our today's speakers, Hendrik Hey. You're going to find him as well at Hendrik Hey, HEY1. This is his handle, Hendrik Hey1. Make sure you follow both of the accounts on Twitter, because Hendrik has been definitely sharing tons of alpha on how this backend side of the building such a huge opportunity for so many people coming. And with 2023 definitely coming, right around the corner, we know that the top three reasons to look at MILC definitely come from experience, from years of dedication. Those definitely come within the long-term focus, not really caring about the short-term fluctuations. And finally, it's going to be the shared wealth redistribution, or as Henrik put it in the words, capitalism 3.0, right? That's what would have said. This is pretty funny way to look at it. I wish we had more time to actually cover this, because this is such an endless discussion. So we want to make sure that we are going to repeat it in the future. But we have one last minute for you, Hendrik, to leave our viewers and listeners with a sort of like a final tip or anything about MILC that you want to leave everybody with.
So actually, the best thing you can support us and get the evidence that whatever we say will become reality is actually just to give us just subscribe to the social community platform. That's all you have to do. Yeah. As soon as you do this, you're part of the system, and we prove that whatever we say is going to happen with you. Yeah, that's going to be the biggest support, because as I said, the more users we have, the more value we can achieve through distributing, the more you get. Yeah. So if you share that vision, that idea, please support us there as well. As an alternative to Twitter, to Facebook, whatever you use. Yeah. No, that would be really fantastic. And then, yeah, we
That's
see
pretty
what.
cool. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool, Hendrik. I'm displaying right now. We're displaying two links again: community.milk.global or metaverse.milk.global. Both of the links definitely apply and are definitely the ones to keep your eyes at. Ladies and gentlemen, what a way to open day 5 of our Free Trading Congress. This has been such an amazing discussion, and just by talking to Hendrik for the past 50 minutes, actually, I've gained so much of this enthusiasm to go and push forward for the next sessions that are starting right after this one. And I want to thank you, Henrik, for spending so much time with us, for your
It
generosity
was
and
really,
tons of
really a pleasure.
experience speaking. This
Thanks
is
for the
this is well
questions.
appreciated. Of course, this is a pleasure, Hendrik. Ladies and gentlemen, Hendrik Hey, this founder is CEO for MILC Platform. has been our guest for today's Free Trading Congress show. Thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you.
Thank you. And onwards and upwards, guys. We are going to catch you in a couple of minutes on the next show. God bless. Bye-bye.